What are they, Cougars, Wildcats?
Cougars. Clarksville's the Wildcats.
We're still off. Pan over to us. Well, from Nashville Christian High School in Bellevue, Tennessee, this is Mike McPherson with Jeff Brothers bringing you the play-by-play live stream broadcast of Nashville Christian and, of course, our visitors from Clarksville Academy, the Cougars. So we're a little late getting started. We'll set everything for you. Let's pan back down to the starters that are coming out right now. And, Coach?
For Clarksville Academy's Lady Cougars, number 3, Sydney Boykin. Number 4, Diamond Bryant. Number 5, Jaden Dolphin. Number 13, Vera Pridgeon, I think it might say.
Right.
And number 30, Michaela Artis.
And for Nashville Christian, coming out first is Ava the Aviator Pomeroy. Next is O'Charlie Harper. Whitley Barbecue Miller. Raleigh the Irish O'Connor. And the Drake. The only senior, Carmen the Drake. Only senior dressing out. Hopefully Brittany Lawless will join us later in the new year, hopefully, Coach.
That'd be great to get her back. A recent signee for Columbia State. We're excited about that. And just based on a knee injury she suffered during training back in the summer, she's not been available to play just yet. But hopefully get her back by the end of the season, and certainly want her to be healthy for her future career at Columbia State, playing basketball there as well.
All right, Coach, our district records here for the girls.
I think we're 3-0 if I'm not
that's
mistaken.
Right. I believe that's right.
I know we were, excuse me, I think, 3-0. We were 1-0 the last time we broadcast here against Davidson. We won that game, and then we went and won at USN the other night in a great basketball game, nail-biting to the end basketball game. We won by 2 points at the end. The girls played great, hung in there, and gave ourselves a chance at the end and took advantage of that to get a 2-point win at University School, sort of an upset win, I think you might call it.
It was, mild upset.
And position ourselves well in the district with a great challenge tonight with the Lady Cougars from Clarksville Academy, who have some very talented girls on their team.
And jumping, I hope I get this name right, Coach, number 5, Adelphia, I'm not sure, jump against Raleigh O'Connor, the Irish. Ball up tip, it will be controlled by Drake. Drake over to O'Charlie.
Be interesting tonight, Coach. We're having a silent night tonight at Nashville Christian, so the students will not say anything or make any noise until the 10th point of the game is scored. So you might notice that on the broadcast, but it's not because our students are disinterested.
Right. They're not studying for their exams right now. Ball screen, Drake for O'Charlie. Will hand off instead. Whitley. Barbecue gives over to Panda Bear. She's also the aviator. O'Charlie out top. As we try to set the court, they're in man-to-man. A lot of dribble action, trying to get a little weave action. Goes to O'Connor. She lays it down. Is going to hand over here on the right side. Pomeroy. Panda Express with it, trying to get something. Goes off a high post screen, nothing there. Whitley winds out top. We've eaten up 55 seconds of the first quarter. And not a turnover, not a shot taken yet as we just go under 7 minutes. Whitley running downhill, is going to hand off to O'Charlie. Clarksville Academy playing pretty good defense right now, Coach.
Yeah, but we're staying nice and patient on the offensive end. That cross-court pass a little too far and turned it over.
Deflection, it's going to be intercepted. And they're going to take it length of court and miss it. Number 13 on the drive, will push off, and she does. That's Pridgeon will push off. And at 6:39 of the first quarter,
that's Pridgeon's
first whistle
and the team's first of the game.
It's always wild and crazy playing Clarksville Academy. Boys and girls games, great rivalry and history there.
2-2-1 press, got to do a good job bringing it down the side and then reversing the ball.
Ball goes to O'Connor. She's going to dribble toward the middle. Thought she had something on the drive. Ball whipped to Drake. Drake wants to drive baseline, wheels back out, and hands to Panda.
Good job against that full court press, Coach. They want to trap the ball there on the side, and we were able to beat it up the sideline, which is unusual against that kind of press.
Run the screen for Whitley. She misses. Drake with the power back up, no good. And at 6:05 to go, Clarksville Academy roaring past the timeline. This is Boykin with the ball. She wants to take it all the way. Lays it up there. It is no good. We battle for it. Coming out of there is Panda going down the court. She was fouled twice, and they don't call it on either one. She was shoved from behind. The second one may have been clean. I thought they got her on the wrist, but we've got a good view here, Coach. We could referee from right here.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, you did referee the junior varsity game, but since the officials were a little
Yes,
delinquent.
we did, and did not. I don't think I missed a call.
I don't think you missed any.
I don't think I missed a call.
Probably the best officiated game I've seen in years.
Had to cover up for Sig. They powered in. I think it's going to go off the foot.
Oh,
whoa! I think you got the wrong toe there. And so, Pridgeon will bring it in for the Lady Cougars. They run a little stack action, swing around. Oh, they came open beautifully there in the front, and the left-hander putting the ball up there good is Artist, and they ran it nicely, and she suddenly popped open. Drake taking the baseline floater up there, no good. O'Connor gets it, powers up, no good. It's rejected. And coming out of there, Clarksville Academy, roaring past the timeline. Bryant, stutter steps. Is hit at the free throw line, no call. Long one launched up there, no good. And Charlie, great blocking out. And it goes to us on the deflection. And our girls have really been doing a good job this year so far of blocking out the boards.
Yep, good job on the defensive end altogether this year, especially when the shot's up. Good job blocking out. There we go, beating the press down the side again, which puts stress on that 2-2-1. Need to attack the basket once we beat that, that side.
Carmen's going to get bailed out there on a reach foul, and so we'll get it side front court, trailing 2-0 at the 5:09 mark of your first quarter.
Number 3, Sydney Boykin, her first, team second of the half.
Again, as Coach mentioned, our crowd will remain silent until our 10th point. We might wish we'd have made that 4th point. We'll see how long this goes.
Well, that's why they call it a silent night, I guess.
It is. Okay, O'Charlie looking and gives out here to Whitley. Whitley bounces back to O'Charlie. And she sees a seam, backs in there, nothing there. Carmen wants to drive, not there. Whitley out top, gets the ball screen, takes it. Not right there. We're showing good patience. Clarksville Academy showing good D. Panda Bear takes it down left-handed and pitches over. We will the ball to Riley, who hits Drake inside. Powers the back over to Whitley, lays it up. Good.
Good shot. Good patience on the offensive end right there, Coach. Good extra pass by Carmen. Didn't force it up in between two defenders and fed it off to Whitley for the 2.
Got the wide open power shot. Excellent movement. Drake hit her. Lob inside to the big girl. No good. Rebound put back up there and banging it off the glass is Adelphia, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly.
A dolphin.
A dolphin.
I think that's what it says.
Ball swung around.
Think like the mammal.
Okay.
Dolphin. Not a fish.
That's
It's not
pretty
a fish.
name, yeah. Panda Bear takes it baseline, floats it, lays it up there nicely off the board. A nice little NBA play there. I guess maybe WNBA, and we knotted at 4, 3:40 to go as Bryant sets the court for Clarksville Academy. Always a interesting, tough game against these when we play. These two teams play, and I believe the Irish get a foul called on the reach.
And Riley's got, work cut out for tonight against the post from Clarksville Academy. Michaela Artis, going to have to work hard down there to keep the ball out of the post. Did a good job backing her down under the basket a while ago to force a bad shot.
Here's Boykin taking it all the way in, no good. Riley comes out with the board, stumbles and falls, loses the ball, and Bryant picks it up. Boykin picks it up. She struggles with it in the corner. We lose sight of the ball for a second. We don't have a great angle when they get down here in this corner. It's hard to see for our camera and for us as well. So putting good pressure on the perimeter. We zoned out of bounds. We're man-to-man, 4-4, 3:02 to go here. Ball in the corner to Phrygian. She's going to gun a long one up there.
Three-pointer.
Good. That's a 3. Panda Bear against the press. Back to Charlie. Left hand it back over to Panda. Gets past the time. No, we're still not there yet, but we get across. Charlie to Drake. To Drake looking. Wheeling back. Gives to the Irish. We had a cutter. Charlie giving to Pomeroy on the baseline. The ball will bounce. Good. And it's 6-7.
4 points for Ava here early. That's good to see her scoring early like that.
Clarksville Academy leading 7-6, 2:24 to go. Pomeroy putting pressure on top. Miller pressuring the ball now. Now Drake as they set the court with a double low offense. Boy, a lot of contact, no call.
Can't slide on your knees like that, can you, Coach?
No, there was a lot of contact and then a sliding, and they're going to award it back to Clarksville Academy, who will ask for a 30-second timeout.
Wonder what happened there, Coach. He blew the whistle while the ball was rolling.
Yeah, there's no way there's a whistle. Well, there can be a whistle if there's a foul.
Well, you're right.
But
she fell and the ball rolled away,
right.
And he blew the whistle and gave it back to them. So 6-7 or 7-6. Clarksville Academy's Lady Cougars ahead on the strength of 1 3-pointer and two field goals. Ava Pomeroy with 4 points for Nashville Christian, and then Whitley with another 2-point basket. Makes it 7-6 with 2:11 to go here in the first quarter. And the silent night here remains at Nashville Christian in the gym for 2 more buckets.
Main silent. Yeah, we might want to reconsider 6 points next time.
We're going to be there shortly, Coach. And then
all right.
the student section will erupt.
They are getting a little antsy, but that's part of the suspense. There we go.
That's right.
And their post girl lobs it in beautifully. They come open, powering the ball up over her head, and it's good. Is Boykin getting a nice feed from Artis, bringing the ball in. Their tall girl bringing it in. Nice play there as we work against the press. Taking us a while.
Cut up the sideline, get across.
Here we go. We're still not there. Man, that was close. Miller, double teamed out here, gets out of it. Reaching, no call. Now she takes it back baseline. She floats it up there, no good. Long rebound, battle for, and coming out of there with the ball is Clarksville Academy, and they hand to Bryant, who will set the court, leading 9-6, 1:36 to go.
Willie did a good job that time beating her girl on the dribble and just forced a shot up in traffic. Probably would have been better served to pull it down and pass it off.
Number 5, Adolphin gets the ball at the high post. We did not deny. We played behind her. She got it, took a dribble, powered it in. So we will have to deny that play from at the free throw line.
And I believe that foul was on Ava. Is that right? Was it 4 or 24? I couldn't tell.
I did not. Coach, I'm sorry.
It was either on Riley or on Ava. Not sure. So we'll have to check on that.
Adolphin will eye the mark. And for the three-pointer, she doesn't quite get it. Rolls off the front iron. Charlie in the front court. Long pass over on the right side to O'Connor, and Pomeroy sets the court. We're now in a 5-out. Looking for dribble. Nothing there. 11-6. We call a set. And a little movement here. Got
a loose man-to-man, stretching all the way into the half court. like to get some ball screens and maybe some action going toward the basket here after we get a pass or two, maybe a pass and cut. Looks like we're going to be patient just out on the outside.
Looks like a dribble penetration is our goal right now. Pomeroy doing that. We get a little weave action. Ball to O'Connor on the right side. O'Charlie cuts the corner and trying to get open. Receives it on the right wing. Backs it back out. 41 seconds left.
Had Whitley on the cut right there. Got to start looking inside for the pass and cut, or the cut away from the pass, I should say. Or get a ball screen and a switch, maybe get Riley matched up on a smaller player.
30 seconds left. We're showing patience here, going for one shot, trailing by 5. Pomeroy comes over to get the ball, gets a high
There's the
screen.
Switch, yep.
20 seconds. So we set the court with a 4 across. We dribble under. I'm going to try to get Raleigh for the 3, but we throw it away at 10 seconds and powering that ball in nicely. No good.
7
Drake
seconds.
gets it with 5 seconds, brings it across 4. 3, left-handed, 2 seconds. Does she know the clock is going off? Charlie gets it off just in time, but it'll be wide left. No good as the first quarter ends here on Sawyer Brown Road in growing and gracious Bellevue, Tennessee. And our Lady Eagles are trailing 11-6 at into the first quarter. Coach, run down our scoring.
Well, for the Lady Cougars, a Dolphin leads with 4 points on 2 field goals. 1 3-pointer on the Lady Cougar side from Vanna Phrygian in the first quarter. For Nashville Christian, Ava with 2 field goals, and Whitley with a field goal for 6. Haven't been able to create a lot of shots on the offensive end. We've been efficient on the ones we've taken. Need to maybe start looking to draw some fouls, get to the free throw line, get the free look at the basket. It's going to be tough against their defense. They got some length and some height in there, and they play good pressure defense. An extended man-to-man, so maybe some ball screens. And certainly the spread and the cutter was there. We've got to be able to find her as she goes toward the basket in the second quarter.
So we continue action here tomorrow. Who we got coming down the pike?
I believe it's DCA tomorrow afternoon, and an Saturday afternoon contest. I think the girls' game begins at 2 o'clock. Notice our cheerleaders apparently are participating in the silent night as well.
Right. Yes, they are. And the horn sounds.
Which is good, which is cool if the cheerleaders are participating. That's pretty excellent.
I think the parents are trying to carry the noise right now, may not realize what's going on. So Clarksville Academy, after a low-scoring first quarter, takes the ball out of bounds, side midcourt, 11-6. And Bryant, being guarded by Panda Bear, gets a high post screen. Artist rolls low. We pick it up pretty good. Another wing screen. Good help, but they pick the ball up. In the corner, O'Charlie closes out, keeps the ball out of the middle. But gunning the long 3 up there and airing it is Curry. And we had good pressure, good defense, picked up the ball screens nicely there. And coming in is Lizzie Dizzy Lacey for Riley O'Connor, our first sub.
Little change up on the press now, 1-2-2. Still a trap pressure defense, but with a point person up here going to try to trap it right in no man's land, either right before or right after the half-court strike. But we do a good job reversing it back and then swinging it to the other side. So a good job beating the press by the girls there.
Pomeroy pounding against the double team. Goes over to Drake. She had a 3 and thinks better of it. Gives to Miller on the right side. Swings top of the circles to O'Charlie, who takes to the right. Harper backs out of there, gives to the Drake again. We clear out. She's going to drive that baseline, floated up there. She got hammered on the left wrist.
That's what we need. That's what we need to do, Coach. Go ahead and penetrate, get to the basket, kind of draw some fouls and get on the free throw line. That foul was on a Dolphin, her first, team third.
Carmen will go to the line, and still really quiet in here as we're waiting for that 10th point. Drake eyes the mark, down 11-6. She pounds it off the front of the rim. So coming in also is Emma, the Gatlin gun, Oberbreckling, and O'Charlie will sit down. 11-6, 7-11 to go. Ball up, shot is good this time. It's 11-7.
Carmen 1 for 2 on those free throws, the first 2 free throws of the game for us. Would like to see us take, at least in the double digits in the first half if we could to get some good points.
Bryant bringing the ball up for Clarksville Academy, leading by 4, and we almost get a steal. Carmen, nice denial. They're trying to penetrate the middle each time. Now they're going baseline, and we pick it up nicely. A couple of good.
Yeah, and I think what you'll see from them is a little frustration. I think they're used to scoring in bunches and used to getting to the basket pretty easily, and I think we're providing some pressure that they're not accustomed to. That'll hopefully create some frustration and some bad shots and bad passes.
Powering the ball in. driving from the right side is Boykin going
That's
in for a
going to be on the floor, I believe, Coach.
going in for a Magic Johnson type move, and she's going to be fouled and
Carmen
on the floor.
Her first team third, I believe.
Drake with the foul. And they get it in at the last second, pounding the ball up there, no good. Artis nicely kicks it out. The long three put up there, no good. They pound the boards nicely, but we'll lose it out of bounds.
Artis' first three-point attempt of the night is a little bit wide of the mark. She does have one field goal for the Lady Cougars, and here we go again against the 1-2-2 full-court trapping pressure defense. That's where they want to
Roy's
trap
in
it
trouble right there,
right there.
and we're going to call a timeout right
Good
there.
Good call by Coach. That's what the 1-2-2 is designed to trap it right there in the graveyard corner of the front court. As soon as you cross the half-court line, kind of trap it and get long arms in the face and create a problem for the girl to possess the ball. But if we can reverse it like we're trying to do in the backcourt, then we can swing it and beat the press as they try to rotate.
Oh, we called the timeout?
Yeah, timeout.
So we're having to communicate with our computer people here also. We don't have a lot of extras in the booth like CBS, so we kind of have to help each other as we're going.
We don't refer to the truck out.
Yeah, and we're limited to one camera from and a broadcaster that can barely see.
Instant replay amounts to rewinding it on YouTube and watching it again tomorrow.
All right, Pomeroy coming up in a 4-point deficit. 6:28 to go.
Easy for you to say.
Finally. Been working on exams. 6:23 to go. Miller pounds to the middle, hands to Pomeroy. 11-7, 6:17 to go. Wheels, not much there. Looking for Cutter. Bring the ball out. Here is Miller. 6:08 to go. Coach, I think we're intentionally shortening this game because they've got an athletic team that can go.
They do, and limiting their possessions means limiting their shot attempts.
Right.
And if we can take advantage of our shot attempts, again, draw fouls, get some easy buckets, we can stay in this game, which is, I think, what Coach Wilkerson wants to have is an opportunity in the second half to take over.
And, I thought we got hacked there, but here they come out. And here they come, and this is why he's holding the ball a little bit. Putting the ball up there, no good. Lizzie Dizzy gets the ball but loses it, gets it back, picks it up. Now this is Miller. Miller roaring past the timeline. Over to Drake on the right side. And here goes Emma. Will gun. The Gatlin gun is going to be a little short that time.
Off-balance shot that time by Emma. Just excited to get the ball in open space and maybe got it up a little before she was really set for the shot.
Bryant comes out, gets a nice high pick, but it's a little bit too high and deflected away by Emma. Picked up by Miller. Back to Emma. Oh, nice pass over to Pomeroy. Powers it up. It's good. And we cut it to 2, 11-9, and a nice fast break there. So the Eagles will take advantage of the break. And I know this has got to bother Clarksville Academy. Hopefully their routine and rhythm.
It really does. And if our students are anxious to break the silence over there, if we get one more basket, and hopefully that'll give us a little charge, that they might not be ready for on the other sideline as well. That's a push off there.
Push off there. We've got a lot of contact in there, pounding the ball up, no good, but she is fouled.
I think that's going to be on Lizzie. Is that right?
Yes.
That's Lizzie's first, be the team fourth. Some good posting, efforts from Clarksville Academy. I think might have been a little bit of a push, but good defense on our end as well.
Artis, the left-hander, airs that one.
Shot was off the mark.
Charlie coming in along with the Irish. So hopefully you'll hear from our crowd and cheerleaders for the first time when we go to the other end and hit our 10th point, hopefully.
Yep.
An 11-9 contest. That one carooms off the rim, and we pick it up. So here we go. Drake coming past the timeline and refuses the high ball screen, lays it up. It is no good. And Clarksville Academy coming out of there with it, the 4.5-minute mark. And Clarksville Academy likes to push it. Now they're going to gun the long three. That one is no good. Artis and Riley battling. Here comes O'Charlie. She's got the steal, powering. She takes it, lays it up all the way. Good dog.
And there goes the crowd.
And we have tied it at 11. And now the crowd is there. And what a perfect time for that to occur, Coach.
That was exactly
to
what we
tie it
needed
up
on both ends.
O'Charlie took pressure. They're driving, powered up. That's good. It just silenced the crowd. Clarksville Academy. And then they respond with a little craziness themselves. The few that are here. A good rivalry, but neither team usually has a big crowd on the visitor side. So down 13-11.
We're in a good place, though, Coach. Down 2 with just a few minutes to go in the half.
Right.
I think if you'd have told Coach Wilkerson and his staff that we'd be in this position, they would have taken it for sure.
Right. High ball screen. Drake's going to come over here and hand to Whitley. They struggle, but come out of there with it.
A lot of contact down there, a lot of aggressive defense from the academy. And like I said, I'd like to draw some fouls out of that if we could.
3:22 to go, 13-11. Carmen gets the call. Little motion there, baseline screen, nothing there. So we're going to take what they give us, but not force anything. So pretty good patience here.
With no shot clock in high school, Coach, you can afford to do that and really keep the game close and shorten it, like you said.
Well, she stumbled and walked there.
I think she was thinking about passing it to Emma, but Emma made a cut, so she was forced to hold it. And just need to be able to jump stop, be on balance right there. But that's a tough break.
Jump stop, a phrase my kids just about went crazy over hearing me say. All right, Clarksville Academy coming up against we go zone now, Coach. And O'Charlie steals it. O'Charlie stumbles, and they're going to call a foul there. Nice play, and our crowd really in the game now. Down 13-11, 2:55 to go. Whitley Miller, barbecue will throw it into O'Charlie.
That's on Boykin, her second of the half, team fourth.
Checking back here is Panda Bear. She'll give Carmen Drake a break. 2:55 to go in a 2-point tight game here. Interesting strategy by both teams. O'Charlie keeping it spread out here, gives to Miller, who will take the ball to the top, then back it out of there, hand to Riley O'Connor. Clarksville Academy probably has not faced this kind of patience this year. Pomeroy out top. Holding. Left side back over here to O'Charlie. The clock winds to 2:30 of the second quarter. If you just joined us, we're down 13-11, a low-scoring, patient game by our Lady Eagles. High ball screen out top. Miller will take that baseline if they give it to her. Had it for a second, back in there, and comes back out, and O'Charlie has it.
A lot of space in there, Coach. I'm not going to pretend to know what Coach Wilkerson.
And Whitley's going to bomb that three with that spacing. Riley gets the ball, powers it back up. Good. And she will tie the game at 13. 2:05 to go. We missed the three. Whitley loves that one, but O'Connor right there on the boards to put it back. We're just under 2 minutes here in a tie game. National Christian on D, pounding the ball inside is Clarksville Academy. No good. We come out of there with Pomeroy. Pomeroy down the left side. Double team, hops a little bit and hands it right to Bryant, who's going to take it all the way and float it from in front. No good. She misses it, but O'Charlie will lose it off her hands out of bounds.
Yeah, I want to go back to what I was saying, Coach. I certainly don't want to question Coach Wilkerson's strategies because he knows far more than I do, but there is a lot of space. And from our vantage point, a cutter to the basket might have an open shot if we can find her.
Clarksville Academy pounding the ball inside, and number 11 wanted to take it, but Whitley just takes it off of her, and they're battling there on the sideline, still battling. Both teams scrapping. The ball will not come up. Finally, we get the jump toss, and, man, that ball would not be fetched by either team.
Possession to National Christian right here, which is good with 1:23 to go. That'll give us possession. I can see us being patient for the last shot now for sure.
And, unless they have something wide open, look for us to take it to the horn. Now they're coming back out, pressuring the ball. We back it back out of there. We've only had trouble one time, made no turnovers against the press, I don't think. But we're in trouble in that corner, but we get it out of there. 1:08 to go.
Good job.
Tie ball game, 13-13. Panda Bear holds the ball out top. She'll penetrate, draw the defense, then back it back out. Loops it over to O'Charlie with 55 seconds to go in a tie game, 13-13 before the half. O'Charlie fakes the drive, pulls it back out top. Girls showing excellent patience. Ball over here to Gatlin.
Yeah, at this point, there's no reason to take a shot other than the last shot for sure at this point of the half.
Panda Bear hits Riley flashing. She's going to take it down the lane, give to Emma, who will gun the three. Did she make it? It's no good. Riley battling, and Emma trying to get the rebound. Riley going after the loose ball, but with 24 seconds, Clarksville Academy coming back down court. We may not have wanted that three that early.
No, it was open, and certainly you want to take open shots.
And that may be what the strategy is also. 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Clarksville Academy setting the court. We've gone back to man-to-man, 7, 6, ticking down 5, baseline drive. The floater is good, and putting the ball in at the buzzer to take the lead. Clarksville Academy, is that Phrygian, I believe?
It was Phrygian, yes.
And that gives them a 15-13 halftime lead. And so, Coach, again, like you said, if you could be at this point, you'd probably take it. This Clarksville Academy team, very athletic. They love to run, and they've been putting points up. And tonight, we've kept them from doing that.
Yep, and, frustration will set in from that standpoint. We've got to take advantage of our opportunities when we're being as patient as we are. We certainly want to hit our shots with a high efficiency. And we've done that. With 15-13, we had the ball. We had the possession that could have ended the half. Emma took a very good, wide-open three-pointer, was just a little short on it, and gave them the opportunity to come down and hit that shot, which was a contested shot. There was good pressure on the ball. The girl, Pridgeon, just hit a good running sort of 6-footer, maybe 5-footer to end the half. But, look, a great half in terms of what our strategy obviously was and the way we executed it.
All right, we're going to let you watch our cheerleading routine, whatever that might be. We're going to take a little break here. We got 9 more minutes before we'll be coming back to join you. So if you just joined us, low-scoring game where Nashville Christian kind of letting the air out to slow this ball game down against a very athletic Clarksville Academy team who leads us by 2, 15-13 on Sawyer Brown Road. Back in a few minutes. Sorry we're late getting back to the broadcast. Takes a while to get up here in this Eagles nest. So after Clarksville Academy fails to score, we come down in a 2-point deficit. So hopefully we didn't miss anything, and we trail by 2 still. And we've ticked under a minute as we run some weave out top. And they're going to get a foul away from the ball on Jaden Adolphin, and she fouled in the post area away from the ball. Interesting play there. So we get underneath, double stack. Pomeroy cuts, pops it back out, and we'll bring it back out top to milk some of that clock to Miller. Miller back out top to O'Charlie.
Coach, back to our 5-out and 4-out looks where we just kind of draw the defense out, space the ball out, take some time off the clock, control the possession, and limit possessions of the opponent.
And after the near turnover, we get the possession arrow in our favor as O'Charlie was tied up. She'll go into back front court to get the ball. 6:42 to go. We trail 16-13. High ball screen from the Irish. Nothing there. Goes inside to Drake. Drake Powers lays it up. Good! Inside to tie the game. Bringing the crowd back into the contest.
And a good look that time from outside in, kind of putting the defense to sleep and then feeding the post down low.
Nice strategy there.
And Carmen,
Artist comes out top, gets a high ball screen. It's taken back the other way. They're going to gun a 3. The long one up there off the side rim, and Drake with the rebound. Looking to run. Here they come. Ball to O'Charlie. Will she take it? Long cross court to Miller. Miller likes the baseline shot. I thought she was going to do the wheel. Back inside, but thinks better of it. 15-15. We've knotted it. 6 minutes. O'Connor kicks to Pomeroy. The Panda brings it back out here. Penetrates left side, loses the ball, and Riley with a nice hustle, but the ball will go over on the possession to Clarksville Academy.
Good hustle.
So in a tie game, our crowd reacting to something there.
Well, Riley showed a lot of strength in just holding on the ball. Usually I'm not exactly sure how to phrase it for radio, but it's a contest to see who's going to come out of there with the ball, and Riley that time not willing to give it up, and our student section showed their appreciation for her grit.
Clarksville Academy driving the baseline, banging the ball up there, no good. Artist gets it, left-hand it back in. Hard to keep her off the glass, and they take the ball and pound it back in for a 2-point lead. Nashville Christian in against the press, trying to pull them back, and then they attack down the sideline and get it done again. Drake cross court nicely to Pomeroy, had the shot, didn't take it.
Good job by Carmen seeing the trap coming from the middle of the floor and then threw it where they vacated, which was the far side of the free throw line extended.
The Irish hands to the Panda, and left side here to Barbecue, pulls it back out and gives to Pomeroy. She's pounding, a little trouble there, but got out of it. O'Charlie setting the court. We pull out kind of wide to come out and help her at 4:40 to go. 17-15 as we trail by 2. Drake pounds it, brings it back out. Cross court to O'Connor, the Irish looking, fakes. Lays it down, wheels back to the middle. Now takes her baseline, but play pretty good defense. Cutting inside is Drake. Nothing there.
Good hesitation move by Riley, and then found Carmen cutting to the basket and a lot of contact again. No call, but they're letting them play, and then the possession arrow to Nashville Christian underneath our basket. 17-15, still trailing by 2. Both teams only with 1 field goal here about halfway through the third quarter.
4 across the baseline. Panda lobs to O'Connor. Coach Wilkerson usually set some type of screen there, but he just wanted to get the ball out and keep milking here.
Yeah, again, 1 possession game going into the second half of the third quarter.
That's where we want to be. The freshman pounding it, gets it up nicely over to the other freshman, Pomeroy. Gets it out of there nicely to O'Charlie, who will gun the 3. Did she make it?
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd tells you she made it. Giving us a lead, 18-17.
First lead of the game for Nashville Christian, Coach.
And what a time to get it at the 3:45 mark. Crowd back into it. Excellent strategy here by Coach Dan Wilkerson. And Mike can overlook his lack of helping a child that got hurt in the cafeteria the other day. Shot along the baseline. It is aired. Artist goes up there and gets it. Defended nicely. We steal it away. Drake coming past the time. We'll take it all the way. Jump stops. Powers.
How's that not
no
a foul?
Good.
Coach, you got to hustle down and be in a position to make that call. You can't be the elite official on the floor and trail a transition bucket like that. You got to hustle down and be in a position to make that call.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no way.
That's just laziness.
You just can't get there. You can't get. You got to get there, and that costs us 2 free throws right there. We lob it to Carmen. She takes it, pounds it, lays it up good through 2 men, and we take a 3-point lead. 3:15 to go. We're running our inbounds plays nicely and have gotten a nice look there, so that makes up for the missed call there. 3:09 to go.
And Carmen getting untracked. That's her second field goal of the second half, leading all scorers in this half to extend our lead to 3 points.
Clarksville Academy looping the ball up there nicely. Magic Johnson-like is Jaden a Dolphin to cut it back to 1 as we're enjoying a short, small lead here. Drake backcourt gets it across nicely to to O'Connor, and we bounce to to Whitley, who had the shot. It was rejected, and they're going to be a timeout for Clarksville Academy. And we'll take a timeout as well. 20 to 19, 2:40 to go. Full timeout. We'll be back in a moment. This is Mike McPherson with Coach Jeff Brothers bringing you the broadcast of the district action of Clarksville Academy visiting Nashville Christian.
Coach, I got an interesting stat for our game so far. Both teams each only taking 2 free throws to this point with 2 minutes to go in the third quarter.
That is incredible. Drake's taking the ball all the way in, scoops it up there from in front. Good. I don't think she's missed, has she?
Not the second half. She has not.
22 to 19. We take a 3-point lead again. 2:29 to go. The Academy takes it all the way in, pounding that ball up there. Good as Boykin. They're not holding it quite as long as we are. And they cut it back to 1 with 2:15 to go.
Well, that's their game. They want to play a transition game and get you in a running style, and what we want to do is just be patient.
Well, we're not going to get the – we got it. No, he got us there.
I believe she was over
we should have hurried a little bit. We get them spread out nicely. Yeah. We just got to get a little hurried there at the end.
For the first time tonight, the trap creates the turnover. So I think we've handled it well for the most part. That time just a little – it was a half a step. Charlie was on the way down to put her foot down when the whistle blew.
It was right on the line, 10 seconds. 2 minutes to go. Clarksville Academy looking to put that ball up quickly. Boykin looking. She wants to take it instead. Gunning the long 3 up there, bouncing, and it's good.
2-pointer. That's a 2-pointer.
Did they give her 2? Yep. Phrygian. So they do lead by 1. Still putting that pressure on, and we're going to throw the ball away. Our second turnover.
Bad
so
decision.
We don't need to let this thing unravel here. We've done a great job. 23 to 22. Clarksville Academy leading with the ball, getting their lead back. Boykin taking it inside, trying to get to Phrygian. Phrygian just throws that one up there. Riley with the rebound.
And that's
O'Connor.
That's where the frustration is going to come. They want to score fast. They want to get a lot of possessions here, and we're playing good defense and staying between the girl and the basket. And she Phrygian that time just forced a shot, trying anything.
Nashville Christian pounding the ball to the left side. That's Miller. She's double teamed, gets rid of it nicely. To Pomeroy. Ball deflected away, comes to O'Connor. O'Connor wheels, 15-footer. She's going to have to get out of that lane.
There's a foul.
But she got bailed out by the girl reaching around at the 55-second mark.
That's a Dolphin. That's her third, Coach. So not many fouls called, but 3 of them have been on a Dolphin.
Right, and Kahn for Clarksville Academy coming in, and Emma Oberbreckling coming back in for us.
Interesting note, just by experience, Kahn had an older brother, played football for the Academy, was a good football player, I recall.
Down 1, Emma comes out to get the ball and just holds it there. No pressure. Now they come out a little bit. Miller comes out to relieve her. She takes the left circle over to O'Connor. 38 seconds to go. We'll probably milk for one unless it's wide open. 4 out, and Carmen comes to the top of the circle. And, boy, a lot of reaching right there. But Pomeroy takes it all the way in, and she was fouled as she took it in. We thought she had the three-point play. A nice drive by Pomeroy. And with 27.2 on our clock in the third quarter, we trail by 1. She can give us a 1-point lead here at the latter stages of the third quarter.
Only the third free throw attempted by Nashville Christian in this entire contest.
Panda puts it up bottom. Tying it 23, 27 seconds to go in a big district game here on Sawyerbound Road. Pomeroy pops it, gives us a lead, 24-23, 27 seconds to go. The Academy coming past the timeline probably for one shot. We drop back into a 1-2-2. Actually, it was a tight man, and now we're going to close out on the shooters. 12 seconds, 11. We got it packed in tight. Clarksville Academy trying to get the buzzer shot here. 6 seconds, 5. Bryant's going to try to take it. Now they're going to gun the three-pointer at the buzzer. It's no good. And Nashville Christian is exactly where they want to be. We go to the fourth quarter. 24-23, Nashville Christian over Clarksville Academy. And we'll return with the final 8 minutes of regulation in just a moment on this, the Nashville Christian Broadcasting Network. A very emotional Silent Night played. You got to think that there's a lot of churches around town that would love to have that played on Christmas Eve service.
Well, as is the new tradition here on the Silent Night, students stay silent until the 10th point of the contest is scored by the home team and the cheerleaders as well. And then at the end of the third quarter, a healthy version of Silent Night and a reverent version of Silent Night to bring in the Christmas season.
Right.
And hopefully ensure a win for Nashville Christian as
we'll
we lead by 1 point going into the final stanza.
Coach Dan's got it right where he wants it. We lead by 1, right where you'd want to be.
Yeah, you can see where the strategies really worked to perfection at this point. Now we've got to finish this thing out. Certainly we're going to get a lot of, pressure from the
They're gunning the three up there long. Con, the new girl, in, and she bombs it, gives them the lead right back. We're playing a Pac-Man closing out on the ball. Nashville Christian, though, brings it back out top. 3 across the top, and then they'll cut through and balance the court. Pomeroy's trying to do that now. She pushes Whitley through. She comes up on top. She'll take that three if she's wide open. Inside to O'Connor, up and under. Fakes, gives it to Emma, drives baseline. She's got the baseline shot. It rolls. No good. O'Connor gets the ball, pounds it up there. Good. Got slapped across the face. Almost got it to go, but we'll go to the line with a chance to tie it back up. 7:12 to go in the contest, and we've got a good one here on a Friday night.
A great job by Emma. Broke the ankles of the defender on the baseline there. Got a good look at a short corner jump shot. Thought it was going to fall and just barely rimmed out. Riley in a great position to get the rebound and force it back up, draw the foul.
O'Connor rims it out. Back into the contest is Boykin. She'll replace Curry. Big shot by Kahn. First shot of the game for her, I believe. She rips a three. O'Connor guns it off the back rim. We remain down by 2. 7:10 to go in the contest. Nashville Christian back in their Pac-Man defense. Clarksville Academy, a little motion out top. They'll look to penetrate and then kick for a 3. Little step back there, close to a walk, pounding the ball inside. Here's Kahn wanting to take it. We close out a little bit better, and they mishandle, and we come up with a turnover. This is Riley O'Connor giving to Drake. Drake over to Whitley. Whitley thought better of it. Now Pomeroy gets drive baseline, lays that ball up. Oh, she had it all alone. Couldn't get it to fall. Clarksville Academy the other way, trying to build on their 2-point lead.
Coach, I'd like to see us be real aggressive with the ball on the floor and in the hands. We have no fouls, and so we have plenty of opportunities to try to get steals
And they're doing it right there, yeah.
And we're going to need fouls later
if
we
again.
need to put them on the line.
Nice job of what you're exactly talking about. And we get the jump ball, the tie up there. There's no longer a jump ball set at the beginning and overtime. So let's see. We've got a timeout, Clarksville Academy, and it should be Nashville Christian's ball on the possession. We trail 26-24. We got a classic here on Sawyer Brown Road. Back in a moment. Ready to resume play. Nashville Christian down 2, looking to tie or hit a 3 and go up by 1 here. Classic game going. Drake pounding against the pressure. Takes it to the right side. Lots of hands. No call there. O'Charlie gets it, handling the pressure nicely. Gets a high ball screen. We hand over here to Miller. We're pulling it out. We'll take what they give us. And there's a lot of hand checking out there. Drake gets around it. Goes inside, and she is going to get the block called. Driving down the lane left-handed. So Carmen, when she sees a crease in that defense, is taking it to the hoop.
And that's where her experience pays off. You know, she sees that little crease. She knows that she's got the right to that lane right there. If she can get the ball down on the dribble and draw the foul, which she did. That's the 4th foul on a Dolphin who's been a key player for the Lady Cougars, and Carmen hits her first free throw.
She guns it and nets it. And good call by the official on that play. Sometimes they go the other way on that, but they called a good baseline play there.
Yep.
Carmen cuts it to 1, 26-25, 5:59 to go. The gunner guns. Bang. Rolls the rim, puts it in. Coming back in is the Panda Bear. Will take the Gatlin gun spot.
Coach, I've got a question on, I don't know if it's a possible rule change that I'm not aware of, but both of the low block players, defenders on that free throw, were standing on the line that separates the first block from the second block. Is that allowable to be standing on that line now?
Let me think about where that is. I'm not sure exactly where you're talking about, but yeah, show me there, and then we'll talk about that in a second at a break. They get it nicely as Artist comes open. She's left-handed, but lays it up there nicely right-handed. We handle the pressure down 2, 28-26. Carmen will lose the ball off of her foot out of bounds. And Coach Dan Wilkerson is going to call a 30-second timeout after the turnover.
All right, so, Coach, if they're on the free throw line and their spaces are designated and the low post defender has her foot on this line, is that allowable? Both of them did, as if it was like as they were taught.
My understanding is you got to stay within that line is considered part of the lane,
the boundary,
and
right?
you are crossing over into somebody else's territory.
I just happened to notice that on that last free throw. They both.
And both of them had it there.
Walked there and placed the from the arch of their foot all the way through their heel on that line.
Well, I'll get that checked and verified hopefully before the next game. But my understanding is that you can only use your space there, not infringe on someone else's. 28-26, Clarksville Academy after the turnover. Bring the ball up as we approach the 5-minute mark of the 4th canto here. Clock ticking away in a classic game. Inside to Artist. Artist. They gun the ball to three-pointer for number 13, Phrygian, and she guns it, and that's a big one. Well, that's big. 5-point lead here, and O'Charlie loses it. Ball taken all the way, pounding up there. Good, and she was fouled. And Boykin gives them a 7-point lead, trying to make it 8. And so, again, we got a young team out there.
And with the officials allowing some physical play really all night long, that's nothing new for this particular game, but they're taking advantage of the loose officiating, if you want to call it that, and being very aggressive to the ball, and getting some steals and some baskets.
Boykin rims it in, and they take an 8-point lead here, and that's big late. It's going to be tough to come back on them. Ava takes the ball up, left-handed it nicely off the glass. Beautifully to cut it back to 6 at 4:50 to go, brings the crowd back into it. So we need to get a big stop here. 4:45 to go. Oh, they pound it nicely inside to Artis. She misses this time at point-blank range, and there's a reach, no foul. They're just letting it go tonight. National Christian front court. Drake's got the three. Will she take it? They close out.
I think she was a couple steps outside the range where she felt comfortable right there.
Now she's going to take it down the lane. Hoops it up there, scoops it up there, knocks it home. We've cut it to 4. Crowd alive, 4:20 to go.
That's Carmen's 10th point of the second half.
The 8-point lead is shaved to 4 very quickly. Clarksville Academy wheeling inside, laying the ball up wildly, no good. Artis gets it, just grabs it out of the air. Hard to stop that. 6-point game. Pomeroy, left side over there to Drake. Clock winding. We got to get it ball past timeline and finally do to O'Charlie. She's hit again. They're just letting them go. I tell you, there's hands there. If I was Coach Dan, I would not be happy with the lack of. They're supposed to be.
There's got to be
attention paid on hand checking. You're not allowed. You can't touch them.
And that's Boykin literally grabbed with her hand the forearm of Carmen Drake and pulled her back, and then stuck her other arm in there to tap the ball away. I mean, it was a grab and rake is what it was.
The supposed point of emphasis is you can't touch the dribbler. You can't touch him. You can't. It's not NBA. It's not college. That's the rule. Whether you like it or not, that's the rule. So a high ball screen here by Carmen. Charlie again getting reached on. Whitley takes it. It's going to drive, cut off by the tall girl. And Clarksville Academy stepping up their defense. Pomeroy takes it all the way in. Good! And she was fouled on the shove and puts us right back into the game again. And we get it down to 6 with 3:18 to go, and we do not quit.
That foul, I believe, is on Pridgeon. That would be her second, I believe, team 7th of the half. Now, here's where we are, Coach. We only have one foul against us.
Panda Bear Pomeroy knocks it home. It's a 5-point game.
If we're going to have to start fouling to try to get the free throws and the misses, we're going to have to start being
aggressive
right now. Yeah.
You got one foul and 5 to give. Clarksville Academy, we'll see if they try to milk it. They seem to be going right into their attack, and they are. They're not used to slowing it down. They're just going to keep playing.
Well, and with only one foul, Coach, and the loose call, loose officiating on the defensive end, we ought to be hand checking and reaching and trying to poke the ball away as well.
So we try to handle the press. Down 5, so big possession here. Taking us a while. We're going to have to hurry. It's going to be another 10. We finally get it to Whitley. Barbecue backs out of there with it. 2:48 to go. We're down by 5. O'Charlie sets the court out top. Coach Dan calls the play. Girls interchange. Carmen comes out top to set the high ball screen. O'Charlie. Again, a lot of hand checking. They're hand checking. They're laying their hands on them. They're reaching every play.
And that's going to send us to the line, which is good for us in that if they'll start calling that a little tighter, we are in the bonus. And so we'll get some opportunities to score with the clock not running.
Again, the point of emphasis, not everybody may have made it to the meeting. 38-33, 2:32 to go. Barbecue with a chance to cut it with the first throw off the front rim. Big miss. And so Clarksville Academy with a chance to increase their 5-point lead. So we've got to take advantage of every possession here. And they're going to take it right in, and they're going to call that foul.
Not sure what that was. But missed the shot, so at least there's that. That foul's going to be on Riley. That's her second foul of the night. Interesting, Coach, that in basketball, the point of emphasis is on an actual foul that affects gameplay. In football, the point of emphasis is the sideline.
Yeah. Make sure y'all aren't.
Make sure we're not within 6 feet of the sideline.
So that way the officials get to take their eye off the field and watch the bench. 38-33. Boykin misses the first. She misses the second. Ball scrambled for her, and Whitley comes out of there. So the 1-and-1s match, and we're just getting smacked all the way up the court. O'Charlie sets the court. 2:07 to go. We're down by 5. So we're setting the play. Whitley comes out. They come out. Body check. No call. And they're going to call a walk, and it didn't look right. She should have jump stopped, but I think it was a step plan. I may have missed it.
Well, and like I say, Coach, they're being very aggressive. So, look, give them credit for taking advantage of the way the game is being officiated. They're being aggressive at the ball. We can and should do more of the same and maybe create some turnovers on our end as well.
Right, I used to tell players, don't gripe about the officials. If they're calling it loose, then go at them. If they're calling it tight, let's get the ball inside. And but I'm not coaching. I'm in the booth, so I'm going to complain a little bit about the officials.
And you have that right.
Yep.
You paid the price of admission, so to speak.
Well, we trail by 5 here. It's been an outstanding contest. Very low scoring, which is exactly where Coach Dan wanted it.
Yeah, we played really, really well. Scoring at a high percentage, limiting the possessions and the attempts from Clarksville Academy, a team that's used to scoring often and quickly, and we've made them run through some offense and kind of gotten them out of their normal rhythm, and really had the ball and the opportunity to, we had a lead, could extend it, and just some aggressive physical play from the Lady Cougars created some turnovers. We haven't had an opportunity to adjust to that yet, and that's been the difference.
And with fewer possessions, each possession is big, and turnovers loom larger than life because there's not a lot of possessions. So under 2 minutes, we trail 5. Clarksville Academy looks like they may be trying to pull it out for the first time. Whitley goes right after. And, Coach, that's what you said a while ago. We got to start fouling here, and that'll be our 3rd.
Yeah, and Whitley almost got the tap away right there. They did not call the foul on that. It's just when the girl regained possession and Whitley bumped her that they called the foul.
If they call it the way they've been calling it, we may have to tackle to get a call. We'll see how they do that. Pomeroy not within the 5-second, 6-foot span there. They handle it roughly. Whitley hits the ball, hoping it would bounce off an Academy player. And 1:35 to go. The Cougars bring the ball in. And we get a nice denial, but they get a backdoor laying it up. It's rejected by O'Connor. Coming out of there is Whitley.
Foul, yep.
Whitley is fouled 75 feet away from the basket, and she will walk to the other end in a 5-point deficit with a chance to cut it to 3.
Cut it to 1 possession right here if we can hit them.
Big play. Checking back in is a Dolphin, and going out is Artist, who's been, of course, an incredible factor tonight.
And a Dolphin has 4 fouls. When we do get the ball back on the offensive end, I'd like to see us attack her, and she's got to be careful not to get the 5th foul so we can be aggressive to the basket.
Sorry, Coach. Barbecue strings it in, and it's 38-34. And let's see if we elect to go to our own full court pressure here. We're probably going to have to with a 4-point deficit, and now a 3-point deficit as Whitley pounds them both home. But we do fall back.
Well, I don't know. With their speed and their ability to score in transition, maybe better to play half-court defense.
Right. They may shoot layups on that, yeah. So they are going to milk it here, and Carmen coming out trying to put pressure, and they are going after it. Hopefully get a turnover, but then a foul. 1:19 to go, and the officials call a reach. So that's pretty good there. They tried, get the turnover, then make the foul.
The worst thing can happen is you creep closer to the bonus situation. The best thing is you get a takeaway, and that's what we're going for.
The 4th foul, so 3 more to commit to put them in the 1-and-1. And Clarksville Academy with the ball. Carmen botting, and they finally call the foul.
That's a tech on the bench. Yep.
And so that's going to be big.
We'll get the personal foul on Carmen, and then one of their players stood up and yelled at the official, and then they called a technical.
Well, that's big,
on the
Coach.
bench. Yeah.
And, Clarksville Academy, they're kind of knowing how we feel all night, and their frustrations got the most of them. And, Coach, this is a game-turning moment. Carmen Drake will go to the line. The officials are going to discuss things, or are they? We should be getting a 1-and-1 and then a technical. Let's see.
We won't be in the 1-and-1. The personal foul was on Carmen.
Oh, that's right.
Would have just been their possession out of bounds, but the technical gives us 2 shots and possession.
My fault.
And forces their coaches to now be seated for the remainder of the 1:14 of the contest.
Sorry about that. Carmen Drake, 38-35, 3-point lead. Did she cut it down? She did not get the roll. Tough one for the senior, walking away in frustration. She's got to block that out, go back and make the next one. 38-35. Chance to cut it to 2. The gunner guns it. And she rolls that ball in. Oh, my goodness. That was a toilet swirler right there. Coach, we're getting the ball. 38-36 here. And Clarksville Academy is protesting that. We've got the ball, a chance to tie or go ahead.
Yeah, the technical
Bond's
overrules.
in. Right, technical overrules it. Pomeroy with the ball. We're down 2. 1 minute to go. Looking. Raleigh O'Connor on the right side. Gets a screen. Carmen brings it out top. 54 seconds to go. We'll probably take the first thing we can get. Carmen struggles on the baseline, and they're going to call a timeout. Fortunately, Carmen could have been called for the double dribble there.
Yeah. Really just kind of lost the ball and then went and jumped and regained possession. And Coach Wilkerson wisely calls a timeout while things are a little bit frantic and out of control. Get the control back. We have the ball and the opportunity to shoot to tie or take the lead right here.
48 seconds left, and the Clarksville Academy coach is questioning the ruling there.
Yeah, I think she's wondering why they didn't get possession, but the foul on Carmen would have just had the ball out of bounds to the Clarksville Academy. However,
and they lose it on that
overrides the personal foul.
If they had been in the 1-1, she would have been allowed to shoot the 1-1 with nobody at the line, and then we would still get the ball after Carmen shoots her technical. So
it overrules possession.
Right, and it does not overrule a free throw. They get those if they had been in 1-1. Fortunately, they were not.
Right.
So right there, that worked out for us. So we got a chance to win this game. We're sending it into overtime, 48.4 to go. Let's see what Coach Dan has drawn up. Bringing the ball in is going to be the Panda Bear. We're going to double stack on each side. Let's see who we try to free up. 48.4 to go in a 2-point contest on Sawyer Round Road. Whitley pops out. Nothing there, but Drake gets it, and she was smacked from behind. It was a clean steal, though, and Clarksville Academy struggled with it. Pomeroy gets it. Pounding past the timeline. It's going to go in left hand, laid up. No good. Whitley gets it. She is hammered on the follow-up. With 36 seconds to go, we trail by 2. Whitley Miller will go to the line with a chance to tie in a wild sequence there.
Well, and again, we can be aggressive. We've got fouls to give. If they're going to let it play out that way, then why not take advantage of those opportunities, and that's exactly what we did.
Barbecue puts the sauce on it, cuts it to 1 in a classic 38-37. We can tie it here. Crowd very active. District action here on a Friday night. She ties it. We are 38-38, 36 seconds to go. Timeout, Nashville Christian.
And Whitley has hit her last 4 free throw opportunities, 4 for 6 in the second half. Her points in the second half have all come at the free throw line. And, Coach, we couldn't be in a better situation than we're in right now. They're going to be a look, this is not what they're used to being. So they're going to be a little bit, feel some pressure, not frantic necessarily, but they're going to be aggressive. And we can take advantage again. We have fouls to give. At least, one more foul to give.
Got one more to give.
To be aggressive toward the ball, maybe get a steal, maybe get a turnover just out of an errant pass and get the possession back with a chance to shoot for the win. Either way, we're going to have the ball back probably. I can't see them holding it for 36 seconds. That's not their style.
They're not used to that.
And, we'll get the ball back with a chance to win outright or at least send it to overtime.
If you're joining us late, we have been very patient with the ball and a very young team against a very athletic veteran Clarksville Academy team, and we have played outstanding here. And this is the type of thing that's good we're working on now, because you need this type of thing. If you're an underdog in these tournaments, this is exactly what you've got to do, and they have done it spectacularly, in my personal opinion, tonight, Coach.
Well, your opinion matters. Everybody has an opinion.
I appreciate that. I've never had a lot of clout anywhere, but we're tied at 38. 36 seconds to go. We'll drop back probably into our Pac-Man defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. 32 seconds to go. Clarksville Academy looking to try to take this lead. 29 seconds setting the court, and they're going to tick it down. 23 seconds to go. And
I thought Grayson might could have gotten that.
Grayson is putting pressure on. I don't know if we're going to try to foul. Carmen comes up with a steal almost. Clarksville Academy recovers. 10 seconds to go. Clarksville Academy throws one up there and banks it off the boards incredibly. With 6 seconds, we lost about a second there, and that shot was unbelievable.
It's exactly unbelievable.
I just thought.
Spinning, fading away, almost granny shots.
Imagine
bank from about 3 feet up and 3 feet to the right of the square, not the rim, but the square.
If you're watching this later, you probably just rewound back to look at that, because it just didn't even look real.
That was just kind of releasing the ball in the direction of the basket to see what would happen.
And credit her, she made the play there, and that gives Clarksville Academy the lead, and the clock was a little slow. We had at least 6 seconds there.
I think they're trying to put some back on it.
Good job of officiating right there.
Now we've lost the clock.
I appreciate the officials doing that, because I've been in many of these games since you can't review it with the TV monitors, they just let it go. And I know you've had that in football. They just let it go sometimes. So the officials doing a good job here of trying to get the exact right amount of time back on that clock in a 2-point contest, and we're going to have about
6 seconds is the best you can do with this.
Probably 6 seconds.
I'm not sure you can set it at 6.2.
Right.
It'd just be 6 seconds. Well, there we go. Maybe they got it done.
All right, 6.2 to go. And Coach Sig came over there, and his lack of technology, he just impresses all of us right there.
Look, it never ceases to amaze. You know, he's got a lot of tools in the toolbox.
Well, Nashville Christian coming out on
plenty of time to get down the floor, Coach. Just got to get down cleanly and get a good look at a shot.
Right, a 3 would win it here. Whitley to inbounds. Let's see what we got with 6.2 to go. She gives the ball into Pomeroy. Pomeroy back to her, trying to come past the timeline, and they throw it up there and are going to win the contest. And Nashville Christian with the turnover late, and Clarksville Academy gets out of here. For them, a scare, but still a win, and they're excited because they pull a nice one out.
Well, a great effort by the Lady Eagles, a great strategy by the Coach Wilkerson and his staff, and very nearly pulled off what I would consider a pretty big upset if we could have gotten that one done, but certainly the confidence level has got to go up, as that's our first district loss of the season,
right,
against what would probably be considered the district favorite, if not, right in there with them. And,
so we know we can play with them.
We know we can play with them,
yeah.
and we just showed it.
Here come our guys coming out, and the Clarksville Academy Nashville Christian game, always an interesting one. I never faced Clarksville Academy where it was not eventful in some way. So they put 20 minutes up on the clock. Coach and I are going to take a little break here, get some chili, and we'll be back with what will shape up to be an incredible boys action game here, Coach, after the tough loss of the girls.
Shout out to Kobe Word, who's in the house.
Kobe, the word is out. Back in a moment.